Hey guys, Intellect here. Joel and Daniel, you know us, hopefully.
Hopefully, by now.
I don't know. Maybe this is your first time watching, but as you can see, today we've got some champagne glasses and we've got our celebratory coffee. Normally we do a coffee review a little bit, but we're not reviewing this coffee too much today. This is just our regular coffee.
It's actually a little bit cold, but that's all right.
It is cold. We brewed it earlier. I would actually like to mention that we've done a few different coffees in the past. If I don't actually mention the company name, we just say where it's from, and so good, right? Yeah, of course.
Tastes the same out of a champagne glass for some reason.
That's weird. I would expect it to be sparkly and bubbly.
Yeah.
But anyway, if I don't mention the brand that it came from, like let's say if it came from Cafe Bella, we'll tell you that it came from Cafe Bella. But if I don't mention it, it's because I roasted it. So we'll just tell you the bean, like its origin, like Mexico, and then maybe the port, like Oaxaca. So Mexican Oaxaca coffee. And that's so you can kind of just heads up. If I forget to brand myself, oh yeah, this is my brand.
Unless otherwise specified, it's Daniel.
Yeah. So
Oval Dogs.
Future reference for the rest of these these videos. But today we've got the champagne glasses out because we are celebrating. We, for our podcast, have reached the top 10% of all podcasts.
For longevity.
No, and just we're the best. I mean, honestly, no.
We're the number 1%. Just cause. No, I'm just kidding.
But this is actually a really big deal. And I want to kind of mention that to anybody out there that's also doing a podcast. It's a big deal for you because iTunes actually takes note of that. This is something, it's a statistic that actually matters to iTunes.
Yeah, it will help your search engine rankings within iTunes to just exist for longer than 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Statistically, it's 7 episodes, right?
Yeah.
10%.
And so if they drop off, that early drop-off rate, it just means like, well, iTunes might... If you get a lot of traction in the beginning, you'll get on new and noteworthy and a few things like that. But as soon as you start reaching that longevity point, that they'll say, okay, they're actually doing stuff and they're increasing their downloads or whatever, and that means something to iTunes. That means, hey, this is actually a real podcast.
Yeah, their algorithm takes all that into account. So definitely stay consistent, stay with it. Stay consistent and stay with it, and that counts for a lot in iTunes' eyes. So, episode 10, Intellect, coming at you Saturdays. Yeah, the next episode is really awesome. It was actually suggested to us by Cassius Fragomeni Media.
Thank you.
Cassius Fragomeni Media. That's his Twitter handle.
Yeah.
The guy's a real sharp copywriter, designer, and just seems like an all-around good guy from what I could tell on Twitter.
Yeah, so check him out on Twitter and follow him because I think he's a fun personality on Twitter.
He is. He's got an interesting. It's not a channel on Twitter. What is it on Twitter? Channel feed. He's got an interesting
feed. So yeah. Anyway, check him out.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that we're celebrating is we've been approached by somebody else that's doing a podcast and they want to interview us. And it's the first time that's happened to us. So we thought, hey, that's something to celebrate.
It's a milestone.
Yeah. So it's kind of been like a milestone month for us here in February. Yeah. Actually, this is March now, but February was definitely a milestone month.
Yeah.
Reached the top 10, got it approached, a lot of different things like that. And then yesterday was kind of cool. Well, actually, it wasn't kind of cool. We got really excited about it and did
super awesome, cool.
Did some fun things with it. But Pat Flynn actually told us that if you don't know who Pat Flynn is, look him up. He's #1 business podcaster and
Smart Passive Income.
And Ask Pat, which is I think also one of the #1.
Yeah, it's up there too. Yeah, he and Tim Ferriss basically trade #1 spots back and forth.
Yeah, and Entrepreneur on Fire with John Lee Dumas.
Yeah, Entrepreneur on Fire, as well.
So that was really cool. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I actually listened to your episode and you guys are awesome, and we had good stuff.
Yeah.
Hashtag good stuff.
That was cool.
So it was fun. This is kind of just an exciting thing to be doing this. So we just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys.
Yep.
Because really, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Is what you guys
made this possible. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So
hopefully we can just keep dropping the value bombs, bringing it to you guys, just helping you guys get the most out of your business, out of your life, out of your time spent listening to things like this. Hopefully that we are of value to that. So if there's anything else that you guys want to know, that you want us to do a show on, just let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd even take it as a challenge, to do that.
Yeah, we're definitely listening. I mean, somebody reached out to us, and that was our next podcast, because we want to provide value. We want to provide what you want. So definitely. Yeah. And if that includes this episode here too, this video thing that we're doing. If you want to hear about different coffees or know about different processes or things like that, definitely hit us up and we'll do the research. Or I've done a lot of research already just because I like coffee. So ask us, what are we not covering? What are we going to do next?
Yeah.
With all that, go ahead.
No.
Oh, hold on.
Hey.
Wait.
Who? Huh?
Okay.
All right.
Last week, by the way, for all of you guys that are watching this video series, last week we included an Easter egg and a challenge. So if you didn't see that, maybe you can go back and check that video out. It was kind of fun thing that we did.
Yeah. See if you can find the Easter egg.
The challenge is pretty awesome. You just have to get to the end of the video.
Right. You can fast forward or something if you need to, but the whole video is awesome.
Yeah. So check that out. And here's to Intellect. And thank you guys. Here's to you guys for subscribing and being a part of this awesome adventure that we're taking.
Absolutely. So. And a good coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Check out this week's podcast.
Mouth sounds.
Holler at us. Mouth sounds? What?